Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie with facts to make your brain go. Early on, we're talking about the most searched acronyms in Chicago. The top 5 we're going to give you in a second. Things when you text. For example, I said SMH is in here for some reason. The 20-year-old shake my head, or as Kenzie went, like, shmeh.
Look at this guy.
Before we get there, SOS. Kenzie, what does SOS mean? As we said that one in...
The SOS definition was, hold on.
All those
SOS
tabs
is
open.
SOS is a universally recognized distress signal standing for Save Our Souls or Save Our Ship, used since the early 20th century. So I think it's souls if you don't have a ship and you still want to be saved.
Yeah. I'm on a bike. Save me.
I don't know that's what it is. But if you're stranded or something, because it's Morse code, so, you know.
Okay, so here we go. Kenzie thought it would be just all the corporation-type acronyms or organizations that people are searching. That's not right. Case thought it was... What do you think it was? Did we even get to you?
Oh, SOS.
Oh, you thought it was SOS.
Yeah, that's why we were talking about that.
Yeah, because all the plane crashes that have gone on lately. It's not that either. So here are the top 5 that are in Chicago. I'm stunned by this one. Another old one is number 5. ASL. You guys know what that means, right?
American Sign
Language.
No, age, sex, location.
Not what it means anymore.
That's what it means, and that's what it will always mean. It's
No, it
like,
actually means American Sign Language.
No.
Is an entire language for people.
No, they have that. That's fine. But age, sex, location.
Hey, thank you for approving American
Yes,
Sign Language.
I approve of them. They're great. But age, sex, location, back in the AOL days when you first had that in there to find out what another person you were chatting with, who they are and what they're about. Age, sex, location. But that's pretty old. Let's try this one. Kenzie, do you know what NFS means in an acronym when it's texted to somebody?
Yeah, when you're like, no, come on.
Because they're not all going to be that, are they, Kenzie? They're not. Come on.
Crack yourself up with that one.
Yeah, she's having a good time.
I don't know.
Okay, no, Case, you know that one? Because
No, I don't know NFS.
in case the youngest person in the room thought he might know all these. NFS is new friends.
Oh, well, that's why I don't know it.
Well, that's stupid. It should be NF.
Yeah, but it's plural, like new friends.
Oh, I don't like that. You can't do that. Then you have to throw W on there.
Well,
If you're going to do the front and back of both letters, it's a totally different thing.
There must be an acronym organization you can complain to.
Oh, that's stupid.
Get an AI customer service back to you. Okay, how about this one, Kenzie? These are, I guess they're, I don't think, number 1 I know, but OTP is number 4. Or 3, I should say. So OTP. You know what that means, Kenzie, if someone texts that to you in a conversation? OTP.
You're going to opt out of this conversation? Like, see you later.
That'd be nice. That's not
Okay.
it. Case?
Is it on the prowl when you're trying to hook up with other singles in your
creepy.
area?
I hope not.
Hey, Case, the wife's out of town this weekend.
You trying to get OTP?
Yeah, you know me. You know me, dog.
Naughty by nature, that is you.
No, it's one true pairing. So it's a romantic couple you're rooting for if you're talking about them by text, which, do all the time. God, I hope Matt and Linda get together. OTP. Let's see here. Okay, how about this, Kenzie? PMO. PMO is another.
Piss me off.
There you go. I knew you know that one.
I did.
If you search like her text thread, it's in every text she sends. PMO, piss me off. And the number 1 acronym search so far this year, so 2025, is FAFO. You know what that means, Kenzie? FAFO. F's as in Frank.
FAFO.
FAFO.
This is why that sounds like too much like a word to me, because I would have been looking up the meaning of FAFO in the sense of that's its own word.
Like
That's the problem.
like someone
That
said-
sounds like a tax thing.
It does. Kenzie, you're so right.
See,
Like if you turn in your FAFO, no. Fudge.
you didn't get your FAFO form?
No.
I was thinking like food like falafel, like FAFO. It's some kind of new dish.
It's like a new thing of Fazoli's.
Yeah. Do you know what it means, Case?
I have no idea.
You all know this phrase. Just I didn't know it was shortened to this. F around and find out.
Oh.
That's
FAFO.
stupid. They're
Why-
too busy
why is that
Googling
stupid?
that. Because like now you want to like have meaning behind that when you say it, and people are like, I don't know what that means. Like it loses impact.
But these kids
If
out
you're
there,
like, you
they
know
must know
what?
what it means.
You know what? FAFO. And you're like, well, what does that mean? You're like, well, you'll find out. You're like, well, did I find that out? Like, should I Google it? Now it's not a serious conversation anymore.
But somebody in the know must know. There must be these people out there in Chicago that use this and go, FAFO. He goes, oh, yeah?
FAFO.
Yeah, bet.
That sounded very hip.
Like, you know what? FAFO. You're like, oh my God, is that due?
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. There are the facts that make your brain go. Maybe you'll use those in texts today. I think you should, those top 5. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Klash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
This is exciting. The first one in 48 hours with our phone problem, our tech problem. We were hacked by Russia yesterday, and we didn't have the phones working.
That's right.
So here we go. We're into it, and we have Mark checking in, competing against Kenzie for these tickets for Peach Pit and Bristol Mulroney at Northerly Island. Remember, we'll give them out no matter what. And also coming up here in just about 7-8 minutes, Mumford & Sons tickets, too. So a lot going on in the next 10 minutes here with you. But, Mark, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Hey, good morning. I'm the father of a 5-year-old who starts kindergarten this year, and I am a project superintendent for a remodeler in Yorkville, Illinois.
That was a
Oh,
big
busy guy.
Say the title again.
A project superintendent,
For?
a builder in Yorkville, Illinois.
So you're a spy, right?
Yeah, I hacked your phones yesterday.
Yeah. Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Well played. Well played. That title was way too interesting. Anyway, here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails, Mark.
Heads.
That's tails.
Oh,
Kenzie's evil Mr. Burns laugh. Okay, Kenzie. Question number 1. On the social media app Reddit, what does the term AMA stand for?
Ask me anything.
Ask me anything is right. Remember how popular those were about like 7-8 years ago? Are they still popular? I don't know, Case. You tell me.
I don't think so.
Who wants to know that about somebody you don't know? Like, ask me anything. No, thank you. I don't know you. Bye.
Well, you don't have to participate in them if you don't know the person.
But I'm saying that's why I think they're less popular. Everybody thought they were going to be so interesting. Like, you can ask me anything. It's like, well, who cares?
Well, what if no one asked a question?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody
that's the
cares.
Pass. Someone says, ask me anything. Pass.
I'm good.
Okay, Mark, back to you. It's the same kind of deal with an acronym. What does the text abbreviation GTG mean?
oh, it's got to go.
Gotta go. There you go.
He's busy. He knows that.
Yeah. He's a spy for Russia. He knows what he's doing.
That's right.
Lamb.
Back to Kenzie.
That's right, 1-1.
Kenzie, who parted the Red Sea?
Oh my God.
Even Mark's laughing.
Wait, what was funny about that?
Because I think Mark also thinks Kenzie won't get it right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, Moses, but technically God. So
I like the detailed answer. I mean, could Moses have done it without God?
no.
We don't know.
Well, wait, why does God get credit for it? Moses was the one that parted it.
He told him to do it, then gave him the power. Did you not read the whole story?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't read the story. I just heard the podcast
He was
about
like,
it.
listen, Moses, relax. Hold your hand up. I got it. And Moses was like, for real? What's that going to do? It's a whole ocean. I'm going to hold my hand up. He's like, listen to what I'm talking about. Just go hold your hand up. I got it.
But what if Moses had just read some motivational quote from an Instagram model and said, God, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can part the Red Sea without
I'm
you.
manifesting it.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people would have died if Moses was the one trying to do it.
God, I'm real present in this journey to part the Red Sea. I can do it.
We need to have Kenzie start translating Bible verses.
I'm here to help. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm here to break it down.
Thank you.
Mark, your question.
The
Nothing.
Bible, that's the book with the talking snake, right?
That's
the
yeah, exactly right. It's a point for that. Mark, this one has nothing to do with religion or the Bible. What do the letters HBO stand for?
Home box office.
Home box office is right. Mark's got 2 tie game. I went on a
King
really.
of acronyms today. Look at this guy.
If you want to go back to the podcast, I had an unhinged rant about HBO 2 days ago. And I actually, no, I'm not going to apologize.
Please don't start again. For the love of God, Case, I would have punched you in the face for putting an HBO question in here.
I tried to get him going again.
I will
God.
tell you, I had a lot of support from people throughout the city as I walked around. People stopped me in Costco. They stopped
Like
me in the gym.
mental facilities reaching out.
No, the people on the street. I'm on the
Okay.
streets. And people said, Brian, I'm with you. I feel you. I've been waiting for someone to say that for 7 years, and you said it. If you want to go back to the podcast 2 days ago, you'll figure it out. Okay. Back to Kenzie now.
Yes.
Kenzie, the film Bird Box can be viewed on what streaming platform? Bird Box.
Ooh. Not to get confused with. Well, that's where she can't see. Bird Box.
What are we getting confused with there? Another different streaming or bird
Well,
movie?
I'm thinking that that's the movie, I think, with Sandra Bullock.
I can't help you here.
And I think it's Netflix, but.
It is Netflix indeed.
Okay.
You thought maybe it was those eagles everybody's watching, and it's on
But
like
I'm like,
National
is Bird
Geographic?
Box. God, is Bird Box the one where they can't lift up their blindfolds, or is that
Yes.
something else?
No, that's
it.
it.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what it's about? Because I saw the trailer and they're wearing the blindfold, and of course, there was an amazing meme when Cody Parkey did the double doink with the Bears.
Yeah.
Of Sandra Bullock kicking the field goal for the Bears with the blindfold on.
All right, that was worth telling. That was very funny.
And I didn't see the movie, and I just saw the trailer and go, oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. Oh, they can't lift their blindfolds in the movie?
Uh-huh.
Is it terrifying, that movie?
I think
It's
it's
not
the spooky,
terrifying.
yeah.
It's more like suspenseful. It's not like a horror,
Okay.
you know?
All right, I'll add it to the queue. Get on that.
The 6-year-old movie.
Oh.
All right, 3-2, back to Mark.
Mark, what U.S. city is home to the Gateway Arch?
St. Louis?
St. Louis is right. 3-3. Here we go. Back to Kenzie. Kenzie, Bengal, Bombay, and Burmese are all types of what animal?
Cats?
Those are cats.
Ooh.
There you go.
I only know Bengal.
Hey, those are tigers.
Well, they're in the cat family.
Thank you.
The cat family.
All right.
Oh,
Big tiger guy over here.
I guess so. Mark, I will stay with animals. What bird can swim but not fly?
Penguin?
Penguin's right. Tie game. Next one wins. Here
That's
we
right.
go.
4-4, back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what term do the British use instead of saying elevator? Now, you were in London last year.
A lift.
A lift is right, and that means Kenzie wins. Wow.
I feel like we need to give them the tickets, though, because people are going to yell at me about the tiger thing, and I don't want to deal with it.
Hey, nice game. Nice game.
Now, we'll give you the tickets because
I'm highly concerned. I just guessed cat. Brian accepted it. I don't want to spend my day getting yelled at.
yeah, but they yell at me. They yell at me, and then Case makes the questions, and no one yells at Case ever.
I know, ever. They should all be yelling at Case if you really think about it.
He's in a safe space, protected over there.
Yeah, you know me. Friggin' Gen Z over here can't handle the heat. What do you really want to say, Brian?
No, that's it. You said it. You know what, Mark? We'll give you the tickets anyway. You sound like you're a spy, and I don't want to be hacked. So, you know what?
Oh, you guys are awesome.
Oh, you're awesome, man. Hang on. And here's the thing. If you're waiting for something free and incredible, well, listen. In about 5 minutes here after Oasis, we have the song scramble for Mumford & Son. You'll not only go to the show, which is impossible to get into at the Chicago Theater, but you'll meet the band. So coming up here in just about 5 minutes, you got to unscramble. I made a good one today. So it's coming up here in 5 minutes. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We've had a lot going on this morning with the elite prizes, and we do have to stop for a second to pour one out to just take a moment here. If you love traveling and you have a certain way you do things and you look forward the way you do it, something's changing and it sucks. And a lot of it, especially out of O'Hare, but Midway especially being a hub for this airline. Again, there are Southwest flights out of O'Hare, but Southwest Airlines will begin charging customers for a fee to check bags. Now, that sounds, well, big deal. I pay for it everywhere. You might not remember, but Southwest, for decades, that was their mission statement. Free bags. You get the free bags here. That's why we're a cheaper airline, better quality of payment for you and flights.
Better quality of payment. That's so corporate of you.
What are you talking about?
I didn't know how to get out of that when I threw the word quality
That's
in there.
so funny. That is like something Southwest would say. That's a better quality of payment when you think about it.
Well, I just got an endorsement from them during the commercial break.
Are they the ones where you have to wait in line for your seat because you don't have a seat?
So, yes. Now, I will say this because I know you talked about that before, Kenzie, and you hated the cattle. I used to call it the Southwest cattle call.
I can't. I want to throw up. It stresses me out so bad. I hate it.
But when's the last time you took a Southwest flight? Was it a long time ago?
Well, now it's going to be never because I'm not, like, The only reason it was worth it is when you had luggage. So I will just take my seat at a different flight and a different airline entirely. Thank you so much.
Well, let's give more of the information here. So they built that on their advertising campaign of letting passengers check up to two bags for free. They do say the upper tiers of their Rapid Rewards loyalty program, those people still may get a free bag or, certain business class or whatever. If you have the airline's credit card, you may get some bonuses there. This hasn't been laid out yet what it is. Or maybe it's only going to be $10 because other people charge $40 to check a bag. Although with our
it used to be 25.
Oh, the good old days.
So lame.
Now, to get back to the cattle call, Kenzie, which might give you anxiety back in the day, which I understand. Now they do it where they have these numbered sections, and you just kind of walk up and you're number 45, and you ask the person in front of you, are you 44? Yeah, cool. Okay, I'll just stand
I know.
here.
I've played that game, and then you have to be a huge bitch when somebody gets in front of you, and you're like, that's not your number.
Well, you don't have to be.
No, because everybody, no. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Because everybody's like, oh, like the right things to do is just to let it go. But is it? Do I have to let it go? And do I have to let every single person cut in front of me? Do I? It's annoying.
No, but you have 46 and they have 45. They should be in front of you.
Right, but when they stand in front of you because they didn't ask and they're like, oh, this is about it. And you're like, hey, actually, like, you're not supposed to be there. You're like, now you're that person.
Now,
I hate it. They're putting everybody in a bad position.
But you love being a bitch when you're in the situation. You love that.
It sucks. I don't love it. I don't want to be a bitch. I don't want to be. I don't. It sucks. But somebody has to be.
So Kenzie, let me throw a hypothetical at you.
What?
You're 45.
See, there we go. There it's coming out.
No
What?
kidding.
What's your hypothetical? I'm 45, like my age?
No.
Oh.
No,
You're number 45.
Yeah, you're number 45 on Southwest.
Okay.
And somebody stands in front of you.
Yeah.
And they're number 53. Do you think you could have this conversation about how you're supposed to be ahead of them without being a bitch? Or do you think it's not possible for you?
I'm not going to like hit her. I'm just saying that like, I'm not. Oh my God. About like the baton girl. Relax. Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm just simply saying that the second you're like, hey, even nicely, it's like like Mrs. Rule follower. And it's like, oh, F off, then I'm mad. Like, it just pisses me off. Just stand where you're supposed to stand. People don't take the time to check their numbers, and then it puts you in a bad position, and it's just annoying. It's a stupid policy. Just give me a seat.
I will
the whole
argue.
thing's stupid.
I will argue it's a better policy than how we have going now with other airlines because listen, I'm always like group 6,
Yeah.
And I'm that person actually that will sit there when 4 is announced to get close to the gate so I can be the first 6 or kind of the last 5.
This is what I mean.
To get in there. No, I do that because it's such a rush because the overhead space is going to run out and I don't check a bag if I can help it anyway. So I want to be on there and get my bag above my head. I don't want to check it, even though they'll be free at the gate.
But that's fun.
No, I'm saying it's worse.
fun.
I'm saying
It
that's
is
worse.
worse.
That's other airlines. But Southwest has it all lined up so you can only go in single file line on the plane because they got it all numbered out easy. I actually would argue it's better than how it works now.
What are you talking about? When you have your seat assigned, it's the same thing. If you see it with single file line, you don't get to all run on the plane at the same time on the rest of the airlines.
But people are fighting for that overhead space. I know what you're saying is that I can go on in my section and find a seat eventually there, which will be probably okay, or I don't get good seats anyway. But I'd rather have that than the
like, are you problem?
Well, the rush of the section going in is a nightmare. That's more anxiety to me than just knowing, okay, I'm number 45. I'll go in line. I'll get my seat. It'll be fine.
You know what? You know what I'm just tired of? I'm tired of everybody thinking they're more important than the next person. That's what it is. Oh, I
like
don't
number
have to check
44 in front of you and you're
like
45.
Number 44.
And then
Just like
I
the
have to be a bitch.
Right. It's annoying. Everybody else checked. You did it. You think you're special. It's the same like when you're driving. If we can all just agree that none of us are more important than the other person, so we should all just do the thing, it won't be a problem. But then you got to remind them that they're not as important, and then you're a bitch when they're the bitch because they think they're more important. I didn't think that. I asked. I'm standing in the right spot.
I'm trying to find the bitch Venn diagram there. I can't. I lost track
It's
there.
very frustrating.
It's weird. I just feel like Kenzie's coming across like a bitch. I don't know why.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll give you that shine down keyword again here in just about 10 minutes. The word's active for 25 more minutes for tickets and Ticket Blitz Thursday. We just poured one out for Southwest Airlines 2-bag free policy. It's going to kick in, I think, in a month or so.
In May.
In May.
Because I'm flying to Vegas next month, and I got very concerned as I fly Southwest that I might have to pay for my bags, but thank goodness I'm not.
So they're getting rid of it. It doesn't say it still won't be cheaper than other airlines, or certain people will still have a chance at it, depending on rewards points. Kenzie, certain frustration with the way of getting on the plane. She's upset when 44 gets in front of her when she's 45. It becomes a whole thing.
It becomes a whole thing.
You don't want to be around. Like Paul texting in 708 said, Kenzie, I can't see you being a bitch. She's a sweet princess.
Thank you. Hey, why is that? That was a real text.
It was a real text.
So shut up.
Yeah, there you go. There's
I'm a princess.
Hey, Paul, there's your sweet princess right there, buddy.
I'm a princess.
I'm 45. You're 44. Just wait behind me.
Just get where you're supposed to be. It drives me insane. I'm where I'm supposed to be.
There's your princess, Paul.
I am a princess.
What do you got on the text line, Kenzie?
Look, Justin texted in and said, I'm 100% with Kenzie. People think it's the little things, but the little things turn into the big things, and that's the real problem. You have to stop it before it starts. And that's what I'm saying. These people cut in front of you in line. What else?
What do you mean by
What's
these people?
next?
These
The
people.
bitches who keep cutting in front of me.
The people who have the number before you, who are supposed to be in front of you.
No, they're allowed to be there. That's
Doesn't
different.
sound like you'll let them there, though.
No, everybody. I am in the right spot. I didn't say I have 44 and I stand in the first spot. I'm 44 and I stand in the 44th spot. Okay, but what's not allowed to happen is 45 in front of 44. Get behind me. Pisses me off. It's not that hard. Count.
Paul, how's your princess doing over there?
kidding.
I am a princess who can count. Damn.
Case, what are you on the text line?
630 has some advice for Kenzie. He said, just quit being a cheap ass and pay the extra $20 to get priority boarding. That solves all your issues.
What?
Yeah, you can pay
You can
more
do
on
that.
Southwest to get on the plane sooner. You can get in a special group. So if you would quit being
Yeah,
princess
you get in a
cheap
group
ass,
that you still have to cattle call into
Oh,
when people
boy.
cut in front of you.
That's
Okay, to pay
right.
$20 to still get cut in front of.
No,
Got it.
it's priority seating, so you get to go in. There's probably not everybody's paying $20 to get in priority. Or
That's
there
right.
might be 10 people, and you might be 10 and number 9 gets in front of you. I don't know how that's going to go down.
and then Kenzie's got to be a bitch.
Yeah, then I gotta be a whole bitch about the thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Well, glad we settled all that. Coming up here in 10 minutes, the shine down keyword. Another text there, Case. What do you got? Come on.
What?
No. I got no. Hey, Kenzie, you know what? A lot of people agree with you, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
Someone wants me to play the OSU coach going, I'm a man. I'm 40. All right. Not going to do that.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
So Shinedown is the band for Ticket Blitz Thursday every hour. Tickets for the show with Bush, who will play here in about 30 seconds. So the rest of the hour, 40 minutes left, use the word madness, MADNESS, to 312-591-8300. So a couple people leave one S off. It's madness.
Or they typed in maidens. That's not it either.
That's not it either. You've got to get the right word in. Our AI doesn't, calculate your misspellings. So text madness to 312-591-8300. And you have 40 minutes to do it. A new word from Lauren coming up at 10 for that show, which is incredible. And, the sound of madness, the best sound of 2025 so far, came in head-to-head lines yesterday. It was a story about a guy who got shot in bed by his dog while he was laying with his girlfriend at 4 a.m. And the news anchor who read the report sounds like he didn't read the story before he went on the air. Just sit back and enjoy his confusion.
We want to get you to some breaking news just out of our newsroom here at Fox 13. A man is in the hospital after being shot in the leg overnight. Memphis police say he was shot by his dog. Seriously. I think that's right. This happened just before 4 a.m. at a home on Whitney Avenue in Fraser. Wow. Police say the man was lying in the bed with a girl with a gun on the bed. Police say his dog jumped up on the bed, got his paw stuck in the trigger, and ended up hitting the trigger, shooting the man in the thigh. Wow.
Oh, wow. You know what it sounds like? A guy who's just telling a story to somebody. He goes, "You'll never believe this story."
Well, it's like a Mad Lib almost.
Yeah. He had no idea what he was getting into when he started it. And he goes, "Wow." I just love the big pause before he says, "Dog, it can't be right."
We want to get you to some breaking news just out of our newsroom here at Fox 13. A man is in the hospital after being shot in the leg overnight. Memphis police say he was shot by his dog. Seriously. I don't think that's right.
Well, the whole head-to-head lines, 8:20 Wednesdays. We do it every week with the funniest headlines of the week and then break down the story. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.